because I'm a big fan of old tech, which is saying something because I'm from the late 90s. But I guess I'm also getting kind of old. Anyway, please sit back, relax, check out the other socials in the description below if you're interested in seeing more, kinda literally. And get snuggly. I hope you will enjoy. So, let's start with the first item that is also my newest item. So the item that I got most recently, today actually, of time of recording. I was looking for something like this for a while, and it was always either too expensive or didn't give me exactly what I wanted. But I found it, and I'm so happy. I always wanted one of those old digital cameras that give you like this kind of grainy, kind of hazy look in your pictures, and this absolutely delivers. I am so happy with this camera. I tried it out a bunch already today, and it was $50. Like, it was really not that expensive. It is quite hefty, but it actually has AA batteries, like no pre-installed battery or anything. Just plop in some AA batteries and you're good to go. The memory stick is 65 megabytes. I can take a whopping 25 photos and record 3 minutes of audio, of video, before this runs out of storage. But I am super happy with this. It is the Sony Cybershot with 5 megapixel. Oh my god. Oh my god. It has a 3 times optical zoom. Crazy. I also just, I love the look. I love the look of this. But it is also new enough so that I can just use a mini USB, plug it into my MacBook, and I can just drag the pictures of the camera onto the MacBook super easy. I already tried it today. And yeah, I specifically wanted this now because I am going on a trip to China and Japan later this year. If everything goes well, which I really hope. And I am so looking forward to taking some haunted looking city pictures with this. Some dark alleyway moody pics. And I also kind of like that it only has 25 also has an amazing button sound. And the picture taking sound is even better. I'm gonna take a picture of you, if I may. No, you look great, don't worry. I turned off the flash because I don't wanna, blind you in the middle of the night. I love the sound design so much. Alright. Say cheese. Look as sleepy as you can, but smile a little for the camera. Like a sleepy smile. Perfect. Another one for good measure. Let's take a vertical one and smile. Amazing. Oh, you look great. You look great. Do you want to see? Fantastic. Such a beautiful smile. is half as light, half as heavy. You get what I mean? Than this camera. So it was a super light thing to carry. And yeah, it just sounded great. I think I had a Naruto theme on my PSP. Great. Great button sound design. I also always loved this. I now have totally legally acquired the original Silent Hill game for my PSP. Because this is still like running, it's still totally fine. I have the charger, everything. All of my tech is still running and working if it's like charged or if batteries are changed. I always took great care of my stuff. I never broke a phone screen. Never. I never broke a phone. I never broke a device. I did break my glasses at some point because I fell on my face, but that doesn't count. Glasses are not a device. Glasses are not a device. Nananightray. At least regular glasses. Not including like all those weird ass tech glasses. And I really loved, I don't think I have a disc in here right now, but I really loved, oh no I have, I really loved the little discs that you put into the PSP. This is Invisimals. I really like, look how cool this looks in here. And then you would just plop this in and close it. And close it. Super cool thing. I would never give this away over my dead body. You will get this. Don't try to get it. Thank you. Alright, the next thing is something that I probably, yeah, this might be the second most used console, not counting PC, in my life. I think first is probably Nintendo DS, then is this, and then is the Switch. It is my Game Boy Advance SP. And I bet that it still has battery. I haven't charged this and I can't remember when I last charged this, but I bet you that it has battery. I'm also gonna turn on the volume just a tiny bit so you can hear the starting screen. I have, I think, yeah, fire red in here. Okay, let's see if it has battery. I really hope you were able to hear that. Wait, let me do it again. A bit louder. and then open it and hope that everything was fine and I could continue my game. And yeah, it is from 2002. Apparently it says like here 2002. And it is again something I would never give away. I have so many memories. My mom also played a bunch of Tetris on this. The buttons are also still pretty crispy. Oh, it's so nostalgic. Alright, and my last piece of tech was already kind of old when I got it, because this came out before I was born. I got a Game Boy Pocket. It doesn't have any batteries in right now, but I bet if I put batteries in here and a game, and I 100% have a game around still somewhere, it would work because it just had batteries. No like one battery that you have to recharge. Nah, just clank some batteries in there and you're good. And this is obviously aged because but I bet it still works. I'm 100% sure. Also the on and off thing. That's a switch. Oh my god. There's a contrast dial here on the side. I thought it said volume, but it says contrast. And here is the volume. Damn, I don't remember there being contrast setting. Probably never touched that. Such a cool piece. I have been playing games ever since I was a little child. I didn't have a PC, like a gaming PC, until I was like 19. I always had laptops where I occasionally burned a thigh because of some games, because they got so hot. But I always had consoles. I was such a big handheld console fan. I never had a PS2. I never had, well, my dad had a PS2, but I personally didn't own one. I never had an Xbox. That was just not kind of my thing. I did play games on the PS2 with my dad and with friends. And I also played some Sega games with my grandpa, like some Street Fighter and some other like platformer game that I can't really remember because it was like 20 years ago. But yeah, I was always a big gaming fan. I had a Game Boy Advance, a DS, a DS Lite, a DSi. I have a 3DS. I also have the DS Lite and the DS still. Let me know if you also want to see that. Maybe in another video or maybe in a short. But yeah, I'm a big fan so much for watching. Don't forget to check out all of my other socials if you want to see more of me, quite literally in some cases. And yeah, I wish you snuggly dreams and hope I'll see you